Introducing.
Welcome back to the Charles
Eoghan experience.
There it is.
There's the RuneScape music, fading out, fading out, fading back in,
Funny
fading out
comment on
again.
the last episode. Did you see that? The first comment.
Owen is a gargoyle.
No, it was like hill monster versus
I didn't
wise
see
old
it.
man.
What? Yeah.
level 28 hill troll.
Is that you? You're the hill
was
troll.
me.
Yeah. And I'm the wise old man.
Yeah.
Level what, fellas? What do you reckon?
99.
He said 99.
He didn't say. He didn't give a level.
It's not really that high, but
Right.
anyway. All right. I guess I'll take this as a compliment.
Guys,
Good start, man. Reckon.
like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify.
I can't subscribe.
Listen on Spotify right now.
Listen on Spotify.
Go to the top left-hand corner and rate us 5 stars. Let's get to 700. We're at 670 now.
Even if you can't stand to listen to us speak,
Just rate us at least.
I know some people that literally cannot stand to hear us speak, but
Pretty
they will.
delicious.
But they will literally like it every time. So
Yeah.
they say. But they
So
also
they say.
report us every time. So I don't know. It's 50-50.
Right.
50-50.
All right. Should we leave it there?
Yeah, that was a good podcast though.
Again,
guys,
same old jokes,
you
the
have
same
to
old podcast.
quicker. You have to quicker if you want to make it, you
That'll
know.
be beeped out.
What?
Yeah. It's just easy.
Feces.
It's just feces, yeah. No, feces is fine,
scat.
obviously. Scat, you're scat, bro.
Scat. Not scat.
Beep that out.
Scat.
It's just easier if we beep it out at the start. We could say it all later. How have you been, man?
What? So they only watch the start?
You're looking fucking swole, mate.
Well, I've been taking beta-alanine. Am I pronouncing that right? And
like Leuven, yeah.
creatine, and what's the other one? Vitamin D and NAC. But I don't know how long I should take the NAC for, given my cough has subsided entirely. You see?
Probably not anymore.
Just
Give us
dry.
another cough. Sounds
You see?
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not very.
It wasn't like.
It's not very frequent.
It didn't sound like a cement mix, like you know, the crispy cough. You know, when
What
it's
would
like
that sound like?
a crackling bag
What
of.
would that sound like?
Yeah, I can't do it, mate. It's not like. No, I didn't really get it.
But you got it now.
But you know, when you got something gargling in your throat, you wouldn't just.
no,
Yeah.
no, that's
That was a
lame.
bit childish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, look at the screen. It looked like really loud coughs. Let's put a sound warning after
Listeners
the
will
fact.
listeners will love this.
Or we should speak really quietly at the start and then suddenly
Start screaming.
crank up just with a random scream.
Hey! There you go.
17 minutes in, we just lose all viewers. Wow. So how much time have we? 5 minutes 30. If you've been this whole time,
Well
you just
done
made
to
the
you.
easiest money of your life. Congratulations. Congratulations.
You've got CGI as a mere month away. CGI coming up. Ooh.
I'm really excited. I'm excited to get back out there and compete, you know. Again, this year I planned for more comps, but
You
I
failed that.
I just got offered money to do seminars, and when offered money to do seminars and no money for competitions, it's an easy choice, really. But now I've been offered money for competitions. Ooh. But yeah, I understand that obviously paying me a certain amount of money, you are going to lose the majority of that money for your show. So,
Yeah, I mean, they don't make that money back.
but they make the money back off the local fellas, you know?
Right, coming to watch and support.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or as in, let's say I'm on the main card, I get paid a disproportionately large amount of money, and then the people on the lower card get paid a disproportionately low amount of money, but they draw the numbers that I fail to draw out of laziness.
There you
Sorry,
go.
I draw the numbers.
You
That
draw the
they
numbers that they don't draw.
Yeah,
And they
but
don't lose
probably
any money.
that's not even true.
Right,
Maybe it is. It is.
right, it's true.
Yeah, let's just say that it's true in that way. I'll get more money,
That's
and you get your
spectacular.
58%.
So what are you going to do? You're going to compete more at the back end of this year?
At some point, I need to just completely cancel out. As in, I need to raise the prices on seminars again, and then just
Do less
But the
of them.
thing is, I don't want to compete for free. I just refuse to compete for free. I'm not competing for. We can bleep that. I'm not competing for
I
free.
don't think we need to at this point. But
And yeah, and like all the tournaments tend to be like you compete for free, and if you win, you'll get something. Like I'll do it if the prize money is ridiculous and I think I'm going to win, but I'm not going to compete anywhere for free
yeah.
because people turn into retards in competition.
Yes. It's not worth the
Yes.
injury risk, is it?
Yeah, not at all. But I mean, that said, some point you got to just bite the bullet and get some comp rounds in. But it's just not that different to training if if it's a small comp and you just go in there and do like sparring rounds. You're like, fuck, I just traveled to Harrow for a 5-minute round with a purple belt.
Oh yeah, that's pointless. Yeah,
that's also what practice rounds in comp end up being. You travel somewhere, you spend a day, then you
basketball center
compete, and it's just like, okay, he just spazzed for 4 minutes, and the last minute he was too tired and sort of stalled in, bottom out, and that was our match.
Yeah,
really good. So yeah, guys, if you want me on your show, feel free to pay me real money, more than I would get in a seminar.
Does Wano pay well?
I'm sure they do.
Wano, yeah.
Yeah, it depends who you are, I guess. They're not going to pay everyone the same.
Craig booked in something for next year.
More CJI.
Was it? Did you see?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay. I saw he did. He posted something that he's locked in something for next year. I could be lying. I don't know. That's why I saw that.
Yeah, I'd do EBI, I'd do WNR, I'd do all of these if I was offered the money.
You got to do really well in CGI, then you get some offers.
Also, yeah, I guess to fly me over is going to cost an extra bit of money for them as well.
Well, the thing is, if you do really well in CGI, you'll be a good crowd drawer, mate. They'll be like, who the fuck is that guy? He just won CGI. Do you know what I mean?
Then I won't compete.
Oh, that's it, you're done.
Ever again.
You might.
Why would you compete ever again? No, I might after, but yeah.
I think you will.
Yeah, if it's more money.
Because then you get some good money.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's all about the money, let's be real.
Yeah, obviously.
You say that you do this for the passion, but when it comes to it, you cannot eat passion. You can only eat pound coins. Like that fella. Just and then he ticks his stomach and goes to the side. You know the one, little cracked looking fella.
So we saw last week there was a steroid video. I didn't watch it, but I sent to my mate. I go, give me the too long didn't read analysis of this. And
is that the one you sent me?
I don't think I sent
Joe Rogan.
No, that was the Enhanced Games one.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Right. That's a good podcast. And the video was about athletes taking steroids and does it affect morality, death rate. What's the
morality? Shout.
Am I saying it again? Mortality. Yeah. It is mortality, not morality.
Yeah,
great. I fucked it up twice.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Idiot. Mortality.
Yeah.
Morality. Idiot. Anyway.
It does affect morality. I guess it's the other way around.
Well,
it's causal.
Basically what he said is if you're a healthy specimen and you don't fucking overdo it, the test was done, the study was done mainly on athletes who are healthy individuals anyway. But if they weren't overdoing it on the steroids, they would go on to live just as healthy and just as long, if not more. Yeah, exactly. They're performance-enhancing drugs, like stuff that would make them perform significantly better. We're not talking about like bodybuilding doses.
Specifically illegal drugs or like banned ones from
banned substances. Yeah,
and I mean, some of them would make you healthier and some of them would make you less healthy, surely.
It's not that it's going to make you healthier. It's just like the adverse effects weren't as severe as one would think.
Yeah, but it depends what you take.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're on like a body, like Larry Wheels, fucking retarded bodybuilding dose, you're fucked. But I see, you will die at like 30 to 40 years old.
Will you, I mean, the amount that it damages your health is probably equal to the amount that it helps you. You know, it's probably diminishing returns. As you take more, you get less benefit and more negatives.
Yes, exactly.
So a tiny dose maybe would be great, and then a larger dose would be less effective.
Detrimental. Yeah, overall. It's an interesting subject, to be fair.
Well,
I think once we get to 45, 50 years old, if I've got low test, I'll be taking some supplements.
That's fine, isn't it?
That's absolutely fine.
In the world we live in today, microplastics all in your ball sack. How can you have normal testosterone at 50? Unless you just eat liver.
I think the big issue is, exactly. The big issue is when kids get on it. Like you get little Mika Galvals just fucking eyeballing juice at like 13 years old. That ain't good for your tendons and bones.
Is it not?
No, don't think so.
Well, that'd be great for your tendons and bones. No. But for everything else, you just...
I think it really fucks up your bone density. If you're a doctor, put in the comments what you're going to think.
Yeah.
What it does to your bone density and your tendon ligament health at such a young age.
Make your tendons and ligaments bigger. Permanent gains is what I heard.
For muscle?
No, for tendons and ligaments, not for muscle.
No. What happens is people get too strong and then they fuck their tendons and ligaments because the muscle can't support the tendons.
But if you're taking GH, your tendons and ligaments will grow. And if you don't break them, they'll grow at a larger rate, quicker rate.
I wish I had the answers. I don't have the answers.
Well, that's what I was told by one steroid user. So, yeah.
Must be legit.
Permanent gains.
Seems legit.
Permanent gains.
We should get more dates on our podcast. Do you reckon it'll come on?
No. Honestly, no. But
He's
if
a
he wants to,
millionaire,
he can
multi-millionaire.
send us loads of money and we'll have him on.
Should we do some questions?
Nah,
How to defend a Z-lock?
mate, I can't describe it here effectively. So,
There you go. How to maintain connection as guard player. How to maintain connection as the guard player whilst the ops is doing outside passing.
so if you're seated, then you need to be foot tracking and ham fighting independently at the same time, so you don't let them get angle with good grips. Okay, so they can have angle but no grips, and they can have grips but no angle kind of thing. So try to not give them angle and good grips. That would be one if you're seated. If you're on your back, it's a bit harder, but you can try to just keep them between your legs by turning your body to face them. And then if they do manage to go north-south, try not to stay there for a long period of time. Try to square up to your partner and ideally be good at guard on both sides. If you just have one side, you'll
pass the other side.
Yeah, they'll just like, even if they initially start on your good side, sooner or later they'll get to your bad side. Then you'll make a noob mistake on your bad side and they'll switch to the good side with good grips and angle, and then you'll be fucked. So my advice is preventative. And if you're comfortable playing from north-south, then play from north-south. But I think it's very difficult, TBH, to not get tired or like, yeah. The thing is, not many people are actually very effective at north-south. If you go against a specialist, it's probably going to be so different to what you've ever previously encountered that you will just get railed.
Crushed.
Yeah. So, yeah, good luck to you. Maybe writing into another podcast would help. Send in your questions to somewhere else.
Bet you'll love this. Best gi guard.
It's got to be Delaware, hasn't it? Nah, it's collar and pants. You get the collar and the trousers. That's the new meta, isn't it? You get the trouser grip, you get the collar grip, and you just sort of stand up and pull them over Russian style. Yeah, get single leg X and then just boot them and stand up all explosively and then tilt them down to the floor. Kind of like doing the crazy dog passing, but from stand up. You know that one? Collar and... Nah, all right, whatever. What do you know?
Outside Ashi, is it just a shit position? Feel like there's a lot of back exposure and easy to pass.
Not if you use the straight footlock, champion. Eh? That's okay, I understood that one. That was English, yeah? Yeah, use the straight footlock, buddy, and then if they go to your back, you bridge on their fucking leg. And you bracket... That's my advice. Get the straight footlock grip, son. And then your back won't be exposed.
And you break their fucking leg.
And you break their fucking leg.
Right, all right. Are you secretly Muslim? Salam alaikum, my
Wassalamu alaikum. No, just, you know.
Just a fan of the language.
It just sounds so intriguing, you know. Really, 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 honestly. Nah, it's just, how do I put this?
Allahu Akbar, man. They love it.
Yeah. It's just what your culture, isn't it, mate? You know, that's, you know, if you grow up in London, you're essentially a Muslim fella, basically.
Basically. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum to you.
Right, all right.
Salam alaikum.
Will you both wear full Monclizzy if Owen wins CJI?
All three of us, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to get crispy one too? No.
Well, he's got a couple, hasn't he?
He's got heaps.
He's got the full Monclizzy gimp suit. One made.
Limited edition.
One made.
His uncle got that made for him, yeah. His uncle. It was his uncle's, yeah.
It comes in a package. You have to open it up and then sort of glide in. It's an excellent piece of kit.
Well, that answers that, boss. All right. You'll love this next question. Going into comp with bad shoulders. No, hold this is even better if I just read it without punctuation. Going into comp with bad shoulders advice. He's had bad shoulder advice and he's going into comp.
Ooh, ask Sandro. Message Sandro Tezvadze. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And
Sandro will go into a competition and he can't even lift his hand above his head.
And
Brother, my shoulder's fucked and I've got the world champion next week. I have world championship next week and I can't move my arm.
He'll just blast double to half guard and then Kimura.
Yeah.
Or head and arm from mount.
Love
so that's
Sam.
my advice, just off experience, you know, just seeing what Sandro does. Just level change once, blast double once, no faking. You can do some faking. Maybe he does a little bit of faking.
He does a bit of
Yeah, he
faking,
does a bit of faking. Disengage in the hand fight just in case you get underhooked. And yeah, and then just shoot a double leg, like kind of look away so you don't get, hurt in your face. And then you complete the double leg. And then once you get to the double leg, just stay in half guard, top half guard. Try to pass a little bit, not too much. Wait for the time to go out. When they get desperate, then really buckle down and try and pass. And then get the Kimura.
That is good advice.
Genuinely, that might be the easiest way to do it.
That's literally what Sandro will do.
It's a style. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Lots of BJJ questions here. Lots.
A BJJ.
BJJ. Thoughts on using bear traps from guard?
I love it, mate. I fucking love it. Honestly, love it. Get on it.
Why?
Because
why?
Because it's an instant dilemma. Basically, it's better than open guard. So you already got any chance you have to take a good grip or a submission or something. I will take it, first of all. Second of all, for me specifically, it leads nicely into the leg game. And the dilemma of them, let's say you bear trap one leg, you have hands free to access the second leg. If you bear trap one leg and you don't really have the other leg, you don't really have the bear trap, you see? So having the bear trap and generally means you also have the second leg as well. So you can play between attacking the bear trap leg with, calf slicers, back takes, and heel hooks if they push their knee back in. And you can attack the other leg if they try to free the bear trap leg. So it's a very good entree to the system of leg entanglements when you struggle to get past, when you struggle to capture your partner's knee line. You can use the bear trap to get the knee on the secondary leg, and then you will have the knee line. Good examples: Felipe Pena and Taylor Pearman.
I did it to Taylor Pearman.
No, Taylor Pearman did it in his trials run against he's a UK guy.
Bennett.
Connor Campbell.
Oh, Connor, you can't, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And Felipe Pena did it to Gordon Ryan.
What did Nicky Ryan do to JT Torres? Was that similar bear trap? Was that the honey trap? There's a trap there.
Mate, no, it was not. It's called the honey stick.
That's the same thing, boss.
Nah, it's not, fam. You're just so fucking far off. You can't. That wouldn't even hurt. All right, that would. Yeah, but I actually have Vusa hot sauce.
All right.
Good game though. But yeah, you didn't really press into it, so I knew I'd be safe.
Right, the honey stick and the bear trap.
Two different moves, but
what's
very
the honey
similar
stick good for then, you fucking cunt?
What, when someone gets you in saddle and you get their second leg and straight foot lock him?
There you go, that's the honey stick.
Yeah, it's different, mate.
Right.
Really different.
All right.
God. They're not going to take us seriously now, are they?
Should BJJ... Is this Ossian? Oslan? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. Should BJJ athlete do strength training? If so, how many times per week? Why is he asking this question?
That must be a troll.
That's
He's
a troll.
trolling.
You know the answer, Ossian, you fucking piece of shit.
If you don't know the answer, check my story.
Yeah, you should do strength training.
That'll be one
How many
daily.
days per week? 2 to 3 times per week.
Wow.
Shout out Ossian. Osland, he does the audio for this
Aslan.
podcast. Aslan. All right. Should we do another question?
Aslan could, by the way, blackmail us both.
What, with the pre-recordings?
The pre-recordings, yeah. We had to practice some songs before for the intro.
Racial slurs, yeah.
No, I don't remember that. But we had to practice some songs before, and we used a lot of swear words, and it's just like really, if that got out, that would crush us both, because there's swear words like the F word, the G word, it's,
China, yeah.
Yeah.
How to beat people your weight that are ungodly strong.
Heel hooks, strangles. Try to, you know what? Get a crucifix on him, mate. No one's arm can curl your bridge. And yeah, get a crucifix. That's it.
How's your crucifixes going? You still loving them?
Fucking fantastically, mate.
Haven't got me. We haven't trained together.
We haven't trained, mate. You had your, what was it, AIDS on the back of your knee, yeah? And then since then, mate, we haven't trained in almost 6 months.
Yeah, because It hasn't been that long.
In 7 months.
But you don't train the banditos.
I do on Tuesday and Thursday.
I don't train those days.
The fuck? What about Rogers, mate?
No, I train at banditos now.
Oh my God. So that's it. You don't love Mauricio.
I love Mauricio. I love Roger Gracie.
Well,
Roger Gracie, sorry.
Do you think they're going to love you now?
Yeah.
Now that you left?
They'll understand. The gym's in my building.
What do they understand, mate?
If you're watching the video, I'm going to point in the exact direction where Los Banditos gym is in this building. That's where it'd be.
You're spot on, mate, actually, to be fair.
That's where it would be.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's where it is.
There. I see it.
All right. How to deal with joint pain, specifically in the
Stop eating sugar.
elbows. Any rehab exercises? That's not going to help, boss.
Stopping eating sugar won't help. You are a fool. Honestly, mate.
It worked for me, and it's going to work for everyone.
Yeah. Well, it will, obviously. Come on. If you eat sugar, it will cause inflammation, and inflammation will cause a small amount of pain.
Anything you're talking about, boss.
That is a fact. Factual.
You don't know anything
Factual.
that you're talking about. To be fair, actually, I don't need as much sugar anymore. Do I get less sore? Probably.
I get noticeably less.
If you're getting elbow pain, I would say start doing some direct arm work. Start doing some Zoltman curls. Curls. Some skull crushers, some dips, some tricep extensions. And then you need to get a TheraBar, which is a green or blue stick. And you need to train that. You can YouTube that. TheraBar.
Those are good.
That's fantastic for getting rid of elbow pain and joint pain. You should get a rice bucket, and you can use the rice bucket to get rid of your elbow pain. I think I've actually done a video on the Charles Owen Experience YouTube about this elbow pain. So you should check that out. And that's what you need to do. And I guarantee your elbow pain will go. But ultimately, you want to just restore range back in pronation and supination of the wrist. And get the wrist strong in all of those angles, up and down. People like to call it ulnar deviation. I've never done any of that apart from in a rice bucket. But the rice bucket's good. This
one's good for table football. If you've ever played table football, you'll get the fucking thing.
All right. What to do if recovering from an injury and can't do jits but have 4 gym sessions per week? Lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. That's what you're going to do.
Work really hard. 7 to 9 RPE.
Yeah.
In the gym. At least 2 times a week. Full body workout.
Well, you could do that actually. You could do 2 full bodies and 2 cardios. They're your options. You could go lower body, upper body, full body, 1 cardio. You've got 3 options there. And that's what I would do if I were you. I'd continue training your legs really fucking well. Continue training your upper body really fucking well. If you had time and you want to do some conditioning, do some conditioning on that air bike. Just do one, mate.
Just do one, right? How about that? How's that for advice?
All right, here's another question. I'll just add on straight to this. Add 1 to 2 sessions per week on the Airdyne to lifting and BJJ, or just do more lifting and BJJ. We answered this exactly last week. I prefer lifting over a conditioning session. If you feel that you're really fat and unfit, then by all means do an extra conditioning session. If that's an absolute priority for you, still lift twice per week and do 1 to 2 conditioning sessions. Simple. 1 long session, 1 shorter interval session.
What do you think, Char?
Your leg's looking good, man.
Do you see this muscle?
You know what that's called? Soleus.
Oh. This is the ab muscle.
The ab muscle.
Ab.
How do you implement sprints into your training for grappling? Fuck, I love sprints. If you want to get faster at anything, you should sprint.
We should do some sprints.
Hey, where the fuck are we going to do it?
Just outside on the road.
Look what foot. You're going to sprint and that. You're going to fucking do your ankle in.
Air Force Ones are made for sprinting.
They are for criminals.
They are. Yeah. There's some fences we can hop. And we can kick some doors down at the end of the street.
Fire up the locals.
Like a triathlon.
Fire up the locals.
Yeah.
Someone got shot around the corner from here, actually. It's been lots of stabbings in
We could just
Grove.
scream profanities in the middle of the block and see who catches us.
Yeah.
But we'll probably have to do a couple practice weeks in a different neighborhood first.
Obviously, yeah. This one gets really naughty.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, I love Ladbroke Grove. Live on it, mate. Fucking great. Right. So,
Live,
how do you
laugh,
implement
love.
sprints into your training? I would probably do that at the start of a weight session if you had access
Mate.
to a sprinting track and weights.
Message
all in the same
Dima.
vicinity. Dima.
Dima, yeah.
He likes sprinting, does he?
Or heart rate training.
Hard to rate. Oh yeah, he has that for his
Yeah.
grappling. Oh, into your training. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I'm having a meltdown.
Did he say into his grappling training?
No, he said into his grappling, but like, I assume that into your training for grappling. Listen, mate, what I would do is you could cycle through some 20-meter sprints, 40-meter sprints. You could do that for anywhere between 2 to 5 reps before you do a weight session. Again, it's just going to add on to the length of time that you're going to be training for, though. So, by all means, it will make you faster at everything and improve the strength in your hamstrings. And you should be doing some plyos as well. So you do sprints, plyos, and then strength training. But you can expect that to be an 80 to 90-minute session. I fucking guarantee it, mate. Guarantee that.
80 to 90. That's what we do. No, we do 90 to
2 hours of
to
Crispies
120.
Yeah. Sprinting's great, though.
We work
To answer your
way
question,
harder when
hill
Christian's
sprints
here.
too. You could do that on a separate day for conditioning and leg strength.
I would actually love to do sprints just to see how fast Crispy is. I reckon I'll gap him
Yeah, you would.
over 100 meters. I reckon
sure.
I'd burn him.
For sure. He'd just give up halfway. But,
You remember?
I was at gym box yesterday. Man.
Yeah, I did sprints. Bolt was visiting shoot yesterday, and we did sprints.
It's so accurate. So accurate. Yeah, Bolt was.
You remember as a child, every time you do shuttle runs, the fat kid would turn around halfway through
That's
and
Crispy,
run back.
That's Crispy.
And then he'd be there around the same time as everyone else.
Crispy.
God.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you fat piece of shit.
Fucking
I'll never
Jonathan.
forgive you. He's probably dead now. It's just like
He's just
absolutely morbidly obese.
All right. Counters to high tripod passing.
Ooh,
Okay,
to
take it away,
high
boss.
tripod.
Counters to high tripod passing. Asked by, guess who? Guess who asked it?
Gusking.
Ishti.
Ah, fucking Ishti. So, lad,
Fuck off.
essentially, you want to get to K-guard. That's going to be the best.
Oh, I like a bit of that.
Yeah, get to the
But
K-guard.
mate, they're fucking high tripoded up. They're coming down.
Yeah, so you need to double shoulder post. Try to get your butt, and then failing that, you need to so you basically do a combo of like spreading your knees really wide to try to get your K-guard leg out so you can attack the K-guard, or to get this leg out and over so you can lasso, and then you can do whatever you want with your right leg because you've got the lasso in, as long as you're well attached to the lasso. You can't be shittily attached to the lasso because then they'll
Shittily.
just replace it. So yeah, what I try to do, elbows inside the knees, try to keep a high knee shield, and from there I will try to pummel my legs to the inside whilst maintaining good knee elbow connection. So when I say pummel legs to the inside, sorry, I mean my right leg, the one that's being trapped between their legs, will go out, and the left leg, the one that's on the knee is on the inside but the foot's on the outside, I'll push on the shoulder and try to pummel it in. Obviously against a good tripod
Joseph
passer,
Chan.
that's going to be I think he just means like a Gordon split squat camping position,
Oh, okay.
but with the high tripod rather than the actual sprawl. So it's like a in-between position before sprawling, where I would generally use it to try to get like a elbow over the top, the over back grip. Just combine that well with the sprawl passing. So yeah, that's my advice, geezer. You can also try to invert, but I think it's a bit more difficult for a man of your flexibility.
Personalized fucking answer. There you go. How can I prevent tendonitis? BJJ left me in pain.
Like
Oi. Get
16
stronger.
eggs.
16 eggs. How about you get stronger, boss? Make sure you're doing some direct arm work. Make sure
But
you're
if
doing...
your tendons are hurting, you must rest your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tendons.
It's true. If your tendons are fucking burning up and you're trying to roast them more, I start adding this in my iso holds. Tendons love heavy isometrics.
But if they're in pain, you have to rest them, don't you? There's you can't really do exercise through it because, isn't it?
You can't toast them. You don't want to toast them up. No.
You only feel pain after like the damage is already done. I.e., they could be damaged with no pain, and you still ought to rest or not increase the amount of work that you do.
You need to rest it up.
Yeah.
Or straight start trying to work the alternate muscle, the opposite muscle group to that. Check out Jake Tura. He puts out very good information about tendons.
On tendons, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's probably where I saw it.
Very good information about tendons.
I follow him.
Go check him out, Jake Tura.
Yeah. He says, don't fuck around with tendons. If your muscle's hurting, it's cool. But if your tendon's hurting,
you can't toast them.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Because then if they go, oh boy.
Go, brother. Please, brother, no.
You're going to know about it. Oh.
If that Achilles tendon ruptures, you'll be that guy for the rest of your life talking about how your Achilles tendon ruptured when you were
Steven, say you
30 years younger.
Oh, I ruptured my Achilles.
God, it's so awful having a ruptured Achilles. You work so hard.
Yeah.
I've got a nice little story to tell you after, but I don't want to tell it publicly because it's a mocking story.
Okay, yeah. This guy's asked several questions.
What a greedy fucking prick.
I started the start of April and been listening to the podcast since. My hot sauce bills are through the roof. All right.
Chilly in the eyes.
I understand. What are the key principles for positioning in front, back mount, in guard, side control, and passing? Wow.
Fucking hell. He wants the blueprint for jiu-jitsu, yeah?
Give it to him.
Hold on. The key principles in every position. All right. Back mount.
60 seconds.
Back mount. Keep your partner between your knees and elbows. Be good at hand fighting and resetting. Be able to lock a body triangle. Front mount.
You're going to get it.
It's tough here. Seconds. Try to keep your partner's hands off your hips at all time. Try to work underhooks. Try to keep your toes where they're scooping and pulling yourself down. What's the other positions? Guard passing. Try to get inside position in general for both guard and guard passing, where you're able to split your opponent's legs and work through. You basically want to be able to fight your partner's legs, and the easiest or the weakest position for the legs, I guess, is opening and closing. So if you can manage that space between their legs, you will have a much easier time of passing the guard and attacking from the guard. What was the last
Side control, 20 seconds.
Side control, lads. Well, I would say side control is a pretty difficult position. What I would say as a concept is, rather than try to stick to one notion of side control, i.e. where you control the head and arm, you need to be more flexible with your concept of what exactly is side control. Every different escape from side control needs a different response as a side control.
Time. That will make a great little video. Well done.
I don't think it does.
It does.
It might. You got to slow it down 50%.
No, that's fine. People like that. All right, cool. He's got another question, so you know.
Oh my God.
For positioning question, which positions would be most beneficial most of the time?
Is this a voice note? Did he actually write like?
Yeah. For positioning, for the positioning cue, like which positions would be most beneficial most of
the time? Honestly, mate, if you can get to the back most of the time, you will have a very good time of playing jiu-jitsu.
There you go.
Try to get to the back all the time, my friend. Not just some of the time, all of the time.
Right. Tips for returning back to comp mats ASAP after knee injury, LCL. I would make sure that you're in your strength training, you feel nice and strong, you've restored complete range of the knee, and you're back to doing good plyos as well. They make sure that you can do all forms of plyos where you can change direction. I would actually just go and sign up to David Gray Rehab, because he's going to teach you how to get your shin moving.
Aren't those just childish shoes?
What, the Crocs?
Don't you feel childish wearing them?
You want to try them on?
Not really. I mean, I'm in cheese and onion socks, but
you're calling these childish?
I would still feel childish. Yeah, like they've got like little holes in them. Like what is it a fucking colander? What is it, mate? What is it? And why is there a strap on the back? That's honestly useless.
What I'd do is I'd go check out the David Gray Rehab, and I'd make sure, I have to do that, but I'd make sure that your shin
They're pretty good, actually. I'm really trying to flick it off. Like, fuck off. Fair play, mate.
That the shin can travel back and over the ankle, so your foot can pronate properly, your foot can supinate properly, and that will allow supinate. That will allow your shin to drop correctly. And if your shin can drop down over the ankle and back behind the ankle.
What uncle? What uncle?
Then you know that your legs and knees can move properly and you'll have restored range.
Right. But most people
basically just get really strong and make sure you can do plyos.
In the shoes.
I didn't say anything about the shoes.
Right, you answering the question.
I've already answered it. Whilst you were
I was just thinking about the shoes.
Go
there,
on,
right?
come on, tell me what.
Well, what are those? Honestly,
Crocs.
I mean, all right, yeah, all right.
Right, they're
We don't need
Crocs.
to get in a full discussion about it, but they do seem childish to me. It's just that's all.
So the reason why I bought them was obviously we've got Los Banditos, which is just over there. If you can see, it's over there. I can not ruin my other shoes. You know, when you get out of the shower, you're going to walk back to the mats. All your fucking shit. Yeah, so I've bought them for that reason. I was recently in Ibiza and I was walking on some rocks to do some cliff jumping, and I was like, fucking hell, my feet hurt so much walking back and forth. The floor's really hot. I was like, I need some sandals.
Tell you what, the freshness between your toes must be something else, just really exhilarating. See? You know what I mean?
They feel great. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Look at that.
So that's
Look
what
at the
that
width.
prompted the purchase of these Crocs.
Got a very broad
I bought
foot.
TNs last week. I do have a broad foot. Do you
You've
like
got a
it?
very broad foot, Charles.
Wide.
Very broad foot.
Yeah. Wide. Same width as my penis.
Animal
actually.
movement.
That's what they say, isn't it?
Gymnastic and
Where the
natural.
foot is, it's the same
And
width.
length, isn't it?
It's the same.
It's both.
It's both. It's this. My penis is the same length and width of my foot. That's what they say, right?
Of your foot's width.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. Message us if you're a doctor, like a specialist, though. We don't want just anyone.
A penis specialist, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Penis. I'm good.
All right, cool. We're encroaching.
Now we've got
before
30
you-
seconds, mate. Bye. No, maybe
We've
if
probably
there's,
got more. Realistically, we got 2
if
minutes.
there's
left.
any really pressing questions, like anything you really, really have to ask, just call me right now.
What should your mindset be going to an open mat?
Into an open mat. Well,
Gratitude.
Actually-
gratitude number one. Firstly,
yeah, all glory to God, first and foremost. That should-
Gratitude.
yeah, like just be aware that without God, nothing is possible. Anyway, secondary to that, let's say it's just a normal day and you're not being grateful.
no, you're assuming that you've already been grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, you've already done your gratitude in the morning. You've thanked your friends and that. So yeah, 2 ways. If you've got a comp coming up, you go there to finish everyone as many times as possible in as
Finish them off.
yeah. Just try and get as many subs as possible in as short a time as possible. If it's a sub-only competition, or if you really want to practice something specific, like I need to pass this fella's guard to actually get him, then maybe you just spend most of your time passing guard. Otherwise, I would say, I mean, it sounds a bit cowardly, but just look around the room. Let's say you start the open mat. You look around the room and you see, okay, he's a retard, he's a retard, he's a retard, he's a retard. This guy's a pretty good round. Try to like avoid the shit rounds. Like the shit rounds can go together and they can sort of cancel each other out, and eventually, you know, they'll get injured and sort of fall off and they'll never be training. And you don't want to be part of that story.
No.
You want to be in your own story where you go, I'll train with this guy. He looks pretty good. I'll try something with him. And then like, you know, also you don't have to win all the time. Like you can just give someone, you know, for example, I'm trying something now. So I'm going to just give people my legs all the time and try a move that I know is not going to work on the best people in the world, but I'm going to start, and I'm just going to start gathering data. You know, every time you do the move, it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, obviously, if you're just way stronger or better than the person. They fuck up somewhere midway through, or they have no idea what you're doing. The move's going to work anyway. But if it doesn't, each time it doesn't, you collect a bit of data and you're like, you just get a feeling like, oh, I could have done this here. And then after the round, you're like, hey, yo, come here. I do what you normally do. And then you set them up and you get the exact same position again and you work it out. Ideally,
That's the Big David, isn't it?
yeah. Big Dave actually is
does that a
he
lot.
does do that. Like although he doesn't, like when he rolls, I wouldn't say that he explicitly experiments, i.e. he'll give people stuff and like let them work, but he'll constantly be working himself. And then if he feels something that is like close, or he feels a scenario after the class, he'll always be like, he'll do his own bit of research, you know, field research, where he gets Drogo. Hey, Drogo, do what you normally do, innit? Come here. They do their little round and then they figure out, you know, what works, what doesn't, what's actually the most reliable way of going about it. So when you go to the open mat, as long as not everyone's just like some weird camp where they just feel like you know, this is actual fighting in the street and you can have like a normal discussion with them, then it's cool. If you go to open mats and it's like loads of MMA guys, you know, basically if you see too many groin guards, you're in the wrong place probably, buddy.
They wear groin guards to MMA? I mean, to jiu-jitsu, MMA guys?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. 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 It's because their penis and balls are just so big that it's like, if they were to do jiu-jitsu without it, probably, yeah, they'd hurt themselves.
Yeah,
and like, that's the only vulnerable bit of their whole body. So that's why they need to wear it. Yeah.
All right. All right. Should we finish on that note?
Yeah. On that note, great. Thanks. Yeah.
Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube and Spotify. Look at your BJJ Fanatics. Are you making a lot of money every month?
I haven't been paid yet this month, but each month it's really consistent. So if this is why, fuck, man, we really owe you a good episode eventually. Maybe we'll do it on the 100. We'll do a proper episode. We'll get Taylor. We'll get Stefan. We'll
do it in Vegas.
Elon Musk.
We'll try and get as many people in as Vegas. I'm staying in the Bellagio. I've got
let's get Mohammed Hijab.
Will he be there?
No, but we can get Mohammed Hijab. We know him.
Ask him.
He's got a large following. We can talk about the connection of Islam and wrestling.
He actually loves you. He would probably do it.
He's quite funny. I don't know if you've spoken to him outside of jiu-jitsu, but he is very funny.
Do you want to get him on?
We should get him on.
Ask him.
Mohammed Hijab, SWT. Come on the podcast, brother.
Get on. We'll do some good ones in Vegas. We'll get maybe we'll buy 2 more microphones. Should we?
Yeah, but then Christian will ask to be on every week.
Obviously, we can just decline that, yeah. It'd be good to do in Vegas.
Yeah, we can do one in
Taylor,
Vegas, yeah.
Mark,
McQueen. We can get OJ on the pod. We can get all the UK dons on the podcast.
We could even get some American fellas on.
We could do a UK podcast. I think that would be homely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone who's done well at the trials in the UK can come, or anyone who's at ADCC or CJI. You're all welcome.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Gordon Ryan and Roger Gracie.
Literally get like 15 people on the podcast. Just pass the mic to Gordon, would you?
God. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's happening anyway. As long as did we get the 50 likes? There was a question last time about 50 likes. What was even the question?
Freddy Daddy Stress. No one cares about Freddy Daddy Stress, apparently.
What the fuck?
If you get enough requests for Freddy Daddy Stress, he can come on.
All right, okay, well, that's not a problem.
All right, see you later, guys. Remember to buy our stuff. If you look below, there's lots of links. Look at the links. You can buy
my Patreon. Stuff. My Patreon, the money goes directly to me and then directly to Cancer Research UK. That's a lie.